Okay.
All right, bro. What's your name,
the
bro?
fringes of society.
What's your name?
Michael.
Michael, what's your name? Lawrence. Let me ask you a question. How did we get here on this side of America? I mean, on this side of the earth. How did we get here?
Take it away.
Y'all took history up in college?
What I've been taught is like slavery, as far as slavery, like just the
That came from what part of the continent?
Well, Africa, like
Africa, right? Right. So, but how did we get here? What means of transportation did we get here?
Ships.
By ships, right? Give me that Deuteronomy 20, 60. But what we showing, all right? And I noticed that y'all looking at the flyers that we have here, the posters. All right. When you look down at the posters, what are you looking at? What do you see? It's the first thing you see.
What caught my eye with the fringes.
The fringes caught your eye, right? All right. Native Americans, right? Okay. What caught your eye, brother?
Oh, check the slave message.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know that happened to us, right?
That's right.
The slave ships. Where's that at? Where's that posted at? The slave ships. We got that? Watch this here. Just want to show y'all a couple of different things. We don't got it?
No, that's that top.
Whatever we got of the slave trade, just pull it up.
Yeah, that's that first.
Pick it up. Pick the first one up. Okay. So you see more here, right? What is this here? What does that say? Arabs, right?
Yeah.
The whites and Africans, right? But we call ourselves what? We call ourselves Black, African Americans, right? But that's not our heritage. As the brother was showing you, this is our heritage here. But let's go back to what the Bible says, because you said that we got here on slave ships, right?
That's what I've been taught. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we showing that we are the Israelites according to the Bible, because why? It's prophesied that we were going to get here the same way. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, I know you probably don't know biblical history of how the Israelites first went into Egypt. Do you know about that?
No.
Okay, the Israelites first went into Egypt on foot.
I'm looking
right?
for that moon.
Then Moses, you know about Moses, right? Moses helped deliver the children of Israel out of Egypt, all right? But the second time, that's why the Most High said, I'm going to bring you into Egypt again with ships, right? When you look at America, right, what do you see on the back of your dollar bill? You got a dollar bill on you? When y'all got a dollar?
Pyramid.
It's on the floor.
The pyramid.
It's the pyramid. Right, right. America is fashioned after Egypt. Okay, they're modeling themselves after Egypt. All right. So when it says, "I shall bring you," He's going to bring you back into Egypt again with ships. That means that that's the way, the direction you're going to go is America, because America is symbolic to Egypt. It's like the same thing. They do the same thing Egypt does. They fashion themselves after Egypt.
Right.
Y'all understand that? Let's read it again.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So he said, I'm going to bring you into Egypt again with ships. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Meaning the it, okay, is your homeland. All right. So we was taken from our homeland and brought into a place, all right, with ships. While we was going to be there, what were we going to be doing? Read.
And there.
And where?
And there.
In the place that you're going to be brought in on slave ships. Read.
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
You shall be sold unto your who?
Your enemies.
Okay, so who brought us here on the slave ships? Huh? The Europeans. Did it say Europeans there? No, it said what? Your what? Your enemies. Your enemies. All right? All other nations outside of the nation of Israel are your enemies.
That's right.
Understand that? So he said, what? Read it again.
And ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
You shall be sold unto your enemies. Read.
For bondmen.
For who?
For bondmen.
For bondmen, meaning slave man. Read.
And women.
And bondwomen, meaning a slave woman, read.
And no man.
And who?
No man.
No man. That means Dr. King, Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey. None of these Black Jackson. Okay? Louis Farrakhan, Al Sharpton, Sojourner Truth. None of these people going to be able to save you out of the slavery that you was going to go into.
That's
read.
right.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall buy you. No man gonna buy you. Okay? So this is the reason why we out here. We out here to show our black people, our so-called brothers and sisters, so-called blacks, African Americans,
Right.
that we are the children of Israel.
That's
All
right.
That we are the prince of God. That's what Israel means.
Right. That's
That
right.
we were sent here for a punishment. Okay? That's the reason why. Because it got to go through your mouth. Why were we sent here in the first place?
Read out.
Why were we sent here in the first place? Give me that Deuteronomy 28:15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Because you're children, correct? You have a mother and you have a father. Your mother and your father tells you to do something, you don't do it. What happened? When you were younger, what happened? You get punished for it, right? Usually it'll come verbally. All right. If you don't listen off of the verbal attempt, what happens? A physical attempt, which means you get your behind spanked. Right. Well, that happened with the children of Israel because we've been, prior to the captivity we're in now, we've been in 3 others. 3 other captivities. You understand? Give me that. And give me that in Jeremiah where he says homeborn slave, Jeremiah 2, because the Most High, when he looked at the children of Israel, he looked at us as his own children.
Right.
Out of all other nations, right? He gave us laws. He gave us statutes. He gave us commandments, right? When we broke them, the Most High dispersed us into all different nations as a punishment, all right? So while we was in those other different countries and other different homelands, okay, the Most High called us something. He said something about us, okay? Because he's like, you know, why is it? He's like, why is it that you always refuse to listen to the things that I tell you to do?
That's right.
The commandments is easy. Either do it or you don't do it. But we decided that we didn't want to do it. All right? Read what you got, officer.
Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 14.
Watch what the Most High said.
Is Israel a servant?
He said, is Israel, who's Israel? Us, the children of Israel here. Is Israel, read,
A servant.
a who?
A servant.
A servant. What's a servant?
Somebody who's pretty much who they purpose. Their purpose is only to serve another person.
Right. So would slavery fit that category?
I would say
Sure.
somewhat. Somewhat.
You think so? Somewhat? What do you think, bro? As a servant serves. That's their purpose. Is to serve.
That's right. That's right.
Could you clarify the purpose of a slave for me?
The purpose of a slave
Slave,
is
yeah.
the same thing. It's to serve.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They get brainwashed. When you look at when we came from off the shores of Africa over here, right? I know you seen Django, correct? All them people that you seen on that plantation, whether it's inside or on the outside, in the big house or out in the field, they were to do what? Serve. The ones out in the field would do what? They would go, they would pick cotton, right?
That's
The ones in the inside, they would do what? Prepare meals and serve them. You understand? That's what their job was, to serve, was to work.
Okay.
All right? Read it again.
Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 14. Is Israel a
It
servant?
said, is Israel a servant? He asked the question. Is Israel a servant? Read.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.